warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Today is a bright day, isn't it?
Yes.
So, let me introduce myself. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Camelia Azara Putri, and I'm from class X6. And today, I would like to tell you a story about a remarkable woman from Indonesia. Her name is Raden Ajeng Kartini, a national heroine who changed the way people see a woman, education, and freedom. Now, let me take you into her story. In the five part of Java, Kartini was born into a noble family. From the outside, her life looked perfect. She had status, comfort, and respect. But inside, she felt something was missing. Since she was a little girl, Kartini loved learning. She enjoyed reading books and discovering new ideas. For a short time, Kartini was allowed to go to school, where she learned to read and write in Dutch. Through books, she discovered a wider world, one where women could study, speak, and make their own choices. But the happiness didn't last long. According to tradition, Kartini had to stop going to school at a young age. She had to stay at home and prepare for marriage. This tradition limited her freedom, and slowly her world became smaller. Imagine you being young and full of dreams in your mind, but you're not even allowed to chase them. Kartini often sat by the window, looking outside, wondering about the world she could no longer reach. But instead of staying silent, Kartini found another way to express herself. She began writing letters. She wrote letters to her friends in Europe, sharing her thoughts, her feelings, and her dreams. In her letters, she spoke about how women in her society were not given the same opportunities as men. She questioned tradition that held women back, and she dreamed of a future where girls could go to school freely. Her words were honest, brave, and full of hope. She always believed that education is the key to change, not only for women, but for the whole society. As time passed, Kartini grew older and eventually agreed to an arranged marriage. But her story didn't end there. With the support of her husband, Kartini continued her mission. She helped build a school for girls, giving them the opportunity she almost lost. It was a small step, but it carried a deeper meaning. Unfortunately, Kartini's life was very short. She passed away at the age of only 35. But even though she was already gone, her voice never disappeared. Her letters were later collected and published in a book called Letters of a Japanese Princess. Through this book, people around the world can read her thoughts and understand her dreams. But Kartini is more than just a story. She is a reminder that even when your voice goes small, she can still create.
Kira kameranya disuruh maju ya?
That even when your voice goes small, it can still create change. And she taught us that education is powerful and that dreams are worth fighting for. So, from Kartini's story, we learn that change does not always come from loud actions. Sometimes it begins with simple thoughts, writing words, and the courage to believe in something better.
Zoom lagi ke bukanya.
Okay, thank you very much for listening to my story about Raden Ajeng Kartini. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.